New York City is chaos. Times Square is a perfect symbol of the life of the modern Western man. Rushing, urgent, impatient, stressed, on edge, and leaning towards hostility. A blast of car horns tearing through the air. The buzz of the crowd melt together into one loud hum. The hum of progress. Intense light from gigantic screens soak the streets of advertisements. Ridiculously loud, brilliantly bright, constantly moving. No silence, no darkness, no stillness, no presence. The city that never sleeps. We must keep going. Tension, tension, tension. Where's the release? A friend of mine says that to rush is to try to compress time. He points out one of the main side effects of rushing. Muscle tension. It's almost as if we're trying to get a future moment to arrive before it otherwise would if left to its own devices, which of course is the only way any moment of time can ever really arrive. Many of us think if we are not on that mindset, 24/7, we will not make it. We deify entrepreneurs, athletes and influencers who live like this. Unless we are red-faced and moving towards stomach ulcers, we are not doing enough. Is there another way to this madness? After an illness left one of our Myoram coaches chair-bound, he felt the need to get strong. He wanted to build himself back up. He started powerlifting. He got back under the barbell again earlier this year for the first time in a while. One of our other Myoram coaches, Ross Dempsey, gave him sage advice. It's not sustainable. Implement it with caution. So he decided to use a simple program called StrongLifts. It's simple. You have 3 sessions a week, and over time you add a little bit of weight each time after each session. He started with 110 kilograms on the squat. The weight got heavy as the weeks went on. He found himself needing to psych himself up more and more. Makes sense that it'd be easier if you got yourself hyped up, right? He would listen to the most aggressive hip-hop he could find. A devout Christian's nightmare. Prepared for a war of self-infliction. Tension, tension, tension. Bar loaded, music blasting, struggle before the weight is on his back. Gets the bar on his back, struggle again with the weight, walk out, struggle to balance, spotters screaming at him, lift. Struggle before each rep, between each rep, and after each rep. Tension, 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 the same structure as New York City. The natural state, of course, of Western man today. Pounding down coffee, rushing to the next meeting, scrolling through the emails, everywhere and nowhere at once. But we're all going there fast. Is there another way? We fast forward to today, his most recent session called for 177.5 kilograms squat, 10 sets of 3 reps on the squat. But this one was different. He decided to show up differently. Instead of getting psyched up, he did the opposite. He relaxed, focused on the body, took deep breaths, connected with the muscles, released all tension. You wouldn't believe what happened next. Bar loaded, no music blasting, got the bar on his back, big breath in, brace, walk out slowly, no spotters screaming at him, lift. And what happened? Everything was easier. Each rep moved smoother and with better form. What was all this hype and struggle for then? Now, I'm not saying that you don't need to put in effort or intensity. Intensity makes things happen. I'm questioning whether intensity is needed in the before, the between, and the after. Racking the bar after each set, he focused on draining the tension out of his body. Tension release, tension release. This applies not just to the gym, but in everything else in life too. Let's go back to our friend Michael. He used the example of an Olympic sprinter. The level of muscle tension in their bodies is the appropriate amount. Not too little, not too much, just the right amount to get them to move as quickly as possible. This may indeed be a lot of muscle tension, but it's a performance-reducing waste of energy to the more intense than necessary for the task at hand. We humans are the same. Rather than getting caught up in rushing, we can notice the compulsion to add more effort than is actually required. Gently decline to give consent to it, and then welcome the enormous reserves of energy that are made available once we stop wasting it in such futile endeavors. We do not need to apply that intensity in every waking moment of our lives. Life does not need to be an uphill battle all the time. Apply the intensity when needed and then release. Tension, release, tension, release. This is why I have created My Aurum Society. My Aurum Society provides tailored coaching for health, wealth, relationships, and the cultivation of happiness. We've created the most cost-effective ways to level up across your entire life with tailored coaching from individuals in different disciplines. So if you're interested, come on to a free consultation call with me and we can run you down the entire process of how you can get involved in the program. I look forward to talking to you and I'll see you on the inside.